All scientific research indicates that play is not a frivolous matter, and that our survival and our ability to survive and function in the world is dependent on our ability to play well.
The art started out, of course, being a very important part of the story of the show.
Artists have got a responsibility to show the dark underbelly to light.
Otherwise, listen to him. Paint what you love. Make them pretty.
How can all of our stories come together? And I think that then informed the decision to make Lise a ballet dancer, so that she actually was an artist herself, and not just expressing her character through ballet, which is how it's done in the movie. The device of Jerry being the designer for the ballet came quite late in the game.
Hey, that's my design.
That was my surprise, and why I didn't tell you the party was for the ballet. You've been hired!
Of course, Adam's music and how their different art forms come together to make the American in Paris Ballet. That all started with the story, and then Bob and I sat down. One of the most complicated parts of this whole process was putting Paris on stage.
I thought, oh my God, I'm going to have to put Paris on stage. To use a painterly phrase, the Impressionist movement was born in Paris as a reaction to the invention of photography. My set is impressionistic.
As the piece develops, we really tried to come up with sort of a distinct style that wasn't of any particular artist, that you would think was Jerry, and that means that it's a little bit primitive. He goes from essentially sketching what he sees to having an emotional response and coming up with a very abstract design for the final ballet. And so we tried to do essentially to follow that progression.
There is a color palette in the show that is very much of that time and the artists of that time. Sort of a conglomeration of all of them. And I do believe that our show has a kind of feeling of something new around the corner all the time, which out of what happened out of World War II, you know, it was everybody's rebirth, I guess. And I do think that we captured that somehow, and I do think that it's completely related to the art of the time.
I can't imagine my life without art.
Art is everything.
It keeps me from going crazy.
It's what makes us human.